All right, folks, today is the day, closing day here at the Rosewater Cottage, custom home we built just outside of St. Mary's in Perth South here. And customer, a little bit of a background story on this house. The customer really wanted an old world feel, but they wanted all the conveniences and efficiencies of a new house. So that was a new challenge, and we think we've done a pretty good job to pull that off. And of course the customer's input and our designer's input on all that, as well as the architect who was the Barn Swallow company out of London. I think collectively we had a lot of success pulling that off. So we'll show you around here today. Just a couple notes here on the exterior. We went with this white brick with white mortar to keep everything looking really clean. Architecturally, there's some corbels here in the front on this parapet wall, and yeah, just a sort of simplistic. It was meant to look a little bit like an Irish cottage, so there's sort of that to consider when we were doing the design phase. And yeah, other than that, colors are pretty simple. A nice black and white color scheme with a little bit of splash of red here on this door at the front. And so yeah, we'll take you right inside here and show you around. So the facade here, it's all this sort of the same color, but it moves from brick to siding. So this front part of the house is what we kind of call the old part of the house, and then the new part of the house, even though it's all new. Something kind of neat here with the entry here into the mudroom. You've got a nice little knocker here to sort of give it that old world charm. And then, like I mentioned, the door's red there too with some black accenting. So we'll see if anyone's home. Oh, nobody's home. We can go in. Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll head on in. Just got to get my boots off here. And this brings us into the mudroom, which is pretty much bare for now. Customer has plans of doing some sort of built-in or storage or whatever in this room, but for now we pretty much just kept it open. We've got some nice tile down here on the floor. This door right here goes out to the garage. So just a single car garage in this house, but it is good and wide. And it has a door there that goes to the back and a window for some natural light in there. So, and then as usual, we've got our belt drive garage door opener in there, and a couple nice windows there on the overhead door itself. So then we head in here from the mudroom, and this comes right into the living room space. And right away, the big sort of impact here is these beautiful pine floors. So this is all red pine floors. All these floors were installed raw. They're all tongue and groove. Every joint got biscuit joined, and then everything was sanded and treated and sealed in place. So, excuse me, a little bit of the old school way to do the floor, but it turned out really, really well. And a little bit of that old school elbow grease really gives you an overall look there for sure. Another thing here, so we've got a wood burning fireplace unit here, Valcor fireplace, and we wanted to sort of bring a little bit of the outside in and also stay with the traditional style. So we did this custom surround here. You will notice that this area is a little bit blank right now. Customer has some tiles that they really like that they want to install themselves to give it a little bit of a personal touch. But otherwise, we've got the brick from the outside, which we sort of doctored up. We veneered some of that brick and then inlaid it in around sort of like a tile. We also created a hearth here with our full depth brick, and then created a stepped mantle situation here on the surround with the brick as well. And then on either side, flanking windows on either side, which kind of gives it a nice look. And then we did a bit of a hearth here. This fireplace calls for non-combustibles to be 32 inches, I believe it was, in front of the fireplace, because there will be logs coming in and out of that fireplace. So we did a nice tile there as well, which sort of accented it really nice. Just beyond the living room here is the dining room. So this is the dining room space. There's a door out there that will actually go to a future deck. That deck's not there now, but that's in the works, I'm told. And yeah, nice dining room space. And then this door here goes out to a screened-in porch, which has all been done up nice in cedar. I'll show you that in just a minute. One other note here, we did quite a few single hung windows in this house to again get that old world sort of feel, as opposed to casements, which we do most often. Just come around the corner here and the kitchen. So very, very unique kitchen in this house. Couple things to note here. Well, the cabinet style, the drawer style itself is very sort of old world. Everything, it's hard to see on video, I'm sure, but everything's been hand painted, so it has, as opposed to a sprayed feel, which would feel very sort of factory, this is all hand painted, so you can actually see sort of the brush marks, and it's got a little bit of a texture to it. And then of course those pulls, those drawer pulls are all wood as well, which is something that we don't typically do in new homes anymore, but it was something that this customer really wanted to get that feel. Butcher block countertops here, beautiful countertops. It really sort of gives it that old world feel. Customer's gas stove here, which is in Italy right now. We're just waiting for that, and it won't be here for a couple of months, unfortunately, with the COVID supply chain issues. But anyway, that's where the stove will go. And then we come through here to an undermount sink. So nice undermount sink here. And even we went to the extent of keeping it old school. This butcher block has some grooves in it, so you put your dishes that are drying here, and these grooves dry right into the sink. So kind of a nice touch there as well. And then just some open shelving up here above, some sort of nice old school light fixtures up in here, and it's a really neat sort of feel to this galley kitchen. And then the fridge will go there when the customer moves in here in just a few minutes. This comes through to the pantry. Our customer has some plans. They actually had some furniture that they wanted to put into the pantry, which would be like some storage for their pantry as well. And then we put a little bit of a cabinet in here as well, which will get a microwave. The pantry also does have a window, which is kind of nice to give it a little bit of natural light. So what else can I show you? So this cabinet here is kind of a neat touch too. It's almost like a hutch cabinet, and all open face glass and all that kind of stuff. So quite a bit different from your typical new home kitchen, but variety is the spice of life, right? So here's this screened in porch. So we did this all in tongue and groove cedar. It's got a nice light fixture out here. All this is screened. I don't know how well you can see that on the video. And then this door goes out, which will go to a front garden there, or sorry, a side garden there along this side of the house, I'm told. So this is all concrete poured in place with the foundation, and there's actually a cold room underneath of this porch as well, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. So nice little space out there. The doors, we were very specific about the doors we wanted. This is like a 3/4 glass, or sorry, 2/3 glass door, which has some, and this one matches it as well, which has some grilling that was very specific, and we wanted to get a certain feel out of that. So we'll bring you back through here. This little area is, I believe there's going to be like a hutch here and some artwork and stuff. So just a little bit of a feature area for that. And then we'll take you downstairs in a minute. The basement is all finished. That goes downstairs. This is a closet right here. Straight through, this screen door goes through into the old part of the house. So they wanted to create a little bit of separation, a little bit of feel difference there with that. And that screen door actually matches the screen door we just saw on the screened-in porch. This is the main bath. So pedestal sinks everywhere, but the basement has pedestal sinks in this house to give, again, I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but that old world feel. And then we just got a tub shower module in here behind the door to give some utility to the space as well. And kind of a cool color there too. Oh, one note here on the trim work. So we did our 3-piece sort of craftsman-y style header on all these, and then just flat case and base for all the doors. And there's another example there. So that door is actually called the Birkdale by Geldwin, and we did some nice black hardware there as well on that 3-panel door. So we'll take you through into the old part of the house here, and this door just swings kind of saloon style, so that's kind of neat. This space here, so we put in this Gothic window. Another thing to note, so the floors continue through. White on the wall, color on the trim, which is a little bit reverse from the way you normally would see it in a new house, but it has a really cool feel to it. This area here is going to be like a sitting area, library area, and there is actually going to be a divider partition feature here, which maybe we'll show you when we install it. A custom made door with some glass in it that's going to work as a partition, and then there'll be some area here for their library space. So and then we come through here, that's the front door straight ahead of us, this old schoolhouse kind of light fixture. There's some of these throughout the house, and again, the color there is really, really neat. Oh, the sun just came out there. This is a spare bedroom here in the front, kind of a cool yellow color, but just a nice spare bedroom there for guests. And then the laundry is here in the front as well. Really cool tile in here. Excuse me, hexagon style tile with that black and white sort of polka dot kind of look. And then just a very functional space here in the laundry. Again, trying to stay with that old school feel. So we've just got a sink here and some very functional cabinets. Washer and dryer will go along that side there. So so that's kind of like the old part of the house, and we'll go back through here. Whoops, go back through here, the saloon door. And then we come in on this side to the master bedroom. So some custom built-ins here for where the bed's going to go. The bed's going to slide right in there. They've got reading lamps on either side and a little bit of storage and some wainscoting there. So that's kind of a neat feature as well. And then closets, his and her closets on either side here, coming into the ensuite. Again, same sort of tile that we just had in the laundry room space, and this ensuite is absolutely beautiful. Oh, customer's just pulling in here now. Pedestal sinks on either side. We've got these medicine cabinet mirrors here, a nice walk-in shower up in there with some niches, and nice tile work in there as well. So really beautiful colors and just a really nice open airy space in here. We'll take you downstairs in just a minute. Not a whole lot to note down here. It's pretty much a blank canvas. The customer has lots of future plans for this area, but one thing to mention is the painted staircase, which is a nice touch versus sort of carpet. So they just wanted a nice clean white space. This space we're in right now is a bit of a rec room space here, and then the cold room is straight ahead of me there through that door. This is going to be a future kitchenette, which is yet to be completed, but we got all the mess out of the way and got everything trimmed out and drywalled and all that stuff. We'll take you just quickly here into the cold room space. So good sized cold room there for preserves and whatnot over time. So, and then it's quite expansive down here. So we come down this hallway. We've got a finished bathroom, really cool blue vanity here with a nice solid surface top and some black faucet, a black faucet there. And then we did a tiled in slide in tub, which has been tiled in. We've got a window up in here, which has been sort of trimmed out with some marble, and then a really nice black and white tile scheme there. A little bit of a shampoo holder here on this side. And there again, this is almost like the miniature version of the black and white bathroom tile upstairs. So really cool bathroom there. And then we come through here This is another guest bedroom down in here, so pretty straightforward bedroom there. And then another bedroom down in here as well. So again, pretty straightforward. But this tile here carries through the entire basement, so it's a really nice feel. And then this comes through, this is just a storage space ahead of us, and a little bit of a hobby room back in here, which I'm sure is just about to be filled with all kinds of great stuff. And then utility room beyond that. So there's your utility room space. I can just show you really quickly. This house does have in-floor heat all throughout the basement. We've got a triangle tube boiler system in here, which is super efficient. Water softener, HRV, high efficiency, 96% efficient Rude furnace, 2-stage furnace there. We've got our nice gas manifold as usual, and then of course everybody always comments on how neat and tidy the wiring work is. So yeah, so anyways, that's the tour for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just post some comments below, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.